Alright guys, Supreme Kami here. So this video we will be covering the unit enhancement. So this is definitely one of the more bigger topics to kind of discuss about or even going over, because this right here pretty much involves like the true customization of your actual unit itself. Unfortunately, the pilot does not have any access to any whatsoever enhancement. Is simply the upgrade. You have the potential at least, and that's it. So pilot wise, they're bare bone, I won't even lie. So let's kind of go over the material that you will need, or let's actually go over an unit on global first, and then we'll hop into JP, because there are definitely some unit that I would like to kind of maximize on my JP account, but we'll definitely talk about everything in here first and then transition over there. So I'm gonna pick a quick unit real quick. Let's just pick my S Gundam. So there are, a few places that you can actually unit enhance, or a few specific areas. First of all, you have the body. So the body is pretty much the four basics that you see. You have the HP, attack, defense, and evasion. We will talk a little bit more as far as which one you want, like which one of the one that you should be upgrading. But if you don't really care about what you want to upgrade, you simply just want to upgrade it just for for better performance, you can actually just click the you can click on the auto button, and then it's gonna give you a recommendation of what to really pick. So we obviously won't be doing that. So as far as the material, you will need the body chips. We don't really care about is it really a UR, SR, or whatnot. So the body chip is meant for the body tab, right? So we have that. So these are the different area. These are these different specs you can actually enhance it. And this one, we have the enhancement point. We will kind of cover where we can get that. I have 2,288 already. That's that's a sizable amount, right? The next three are pretty much the same. We have the main weapon, additional weapon, and then third weapon. Depending on the unit, some of the unit does not have a third weapon, so the list is gonna be a little bit shorter. So if I go to, do I have it? Okay, there you go. So Meptis does not have a third weapon, so this is what it's gonna look like, and this one is the SR. That's how it's gonna look like. So as far as the main weapon, additional weapon, there's only three categories to kind of pick from. We have the power, we have the accuracy, and then the EXQ gauge. So now that you guys are familiar with like the different areas of actually upgrading it, now let's talk about where to actually get the material. We would actually start off with the enhancement points. All right, so to obtain the enhancement point is very simple. We are gonna click on the town page, click on the docking page, and then we are gonna click on the convert unit enhancement point. So remember how a lot of people are asking where exactly do you convert or recycle these modules? There you are. So this is a way you can actually get the enhancement points. So I'm simply just going to be selling things I don't really need, especially the ones that are lowered in terms of the actual combat stats. I pretty much know they're not going to be anything worth keeping, so we're just gonna do that, and then we're converting it, and that's how we get the points. So that's one of the materials. So let's go over to the other ones. So the body chips, the main weapon, sub weapon, or the additional weapon, third weapon, those are all going to be found within the store right now, or the shop. So for the SR, they have pretty much everything within the coin. So you spend your actual coin themselves, and then you are going to be able to get them. So we have the SRs, main body, SR's main or the body chips, main weapon chips, additional, and then their weapon, and so on and so forth for the rarity as well. And then when you talk about the URs, currently the URs you can actually purchase it via the the clan tab. This one, as far as getting the clan points, you obviously do have to be in a clan, and then by getting, how do you get the clan points, you can actually, what you actually do, we just kind of quickly go over this as well, is you do module exchange. So each time when you drop a module in here, whenever the timer is up to exchange or whatnot, you will get it based on how many you put in. So I believe each one of them is 4 clan points. So I have 3 in here. So by the end of the time, or by the end of the duration when they are exchanged to another crewmate, I'll be able to receive 12 points back, and that's the only way right now you can actually accumulate that. So let me exit out of here. So back into this, you can get the for this one actually, you can only get the main weapon. We have the additional one, and then where are the other ones? I think Arena, yeah, Arena has the other two, so they kind of split off. So Arena has the body chips and then the third weapon chips. And how do you get the Arena coins? Well, you simply just play the Arena. So simply play on a daily basis, and then every week when the season ends, or when the season ends, you are going to be able to get more Arena coins depending on where you place. So you simply just take a look at the details, and then it's gonna, not this one actually, I think it's just this one overall. Yep, it's gonna give you a reward based on where you rank. So obviously the higher you go, the better you get. So I'm gonna be like right around the 300 rank, so 450, and then 2600 for my arena medal. So that's obviously not bad. So now that we cover where do you get the material, so now let's talk about how do you know actually what to kind of maximize as far as the unit. So I'm going to do a quick run. We are going to do something that kind of gives us like a report of like our performance as far as battles. So I'm going to be right back as I do run I guess like a quick I guess co-ops, because that actually just gives us like a full list of like, I guess any long battle, but I think co-ops right now is definitely a good place to show that off. So I'm gonna show you how it looks like on the global version, so it's gonna give you a more relatable stats. Once we go over to the JP version, things are gonna get out of hands, right? So we don't want to do that just yet. So let me run it, and then we'll see what's going on. Alright, so here is our battle report. So this is kind of like a breakdown by the damage dealt, damage taken, amount recovered, and etc, right? So this is going to give us an idea of where I want to invest my resource into. So it's going to be broken into the main weapon, additional weapon, and third weapon, EX skills, and other. So we're not going to look at a unicorn because that is a relief unit. That is my friend's unit. So we can't really say, oh, well, let's upgrade this and that. But take a look at my S Gundam. So which factor of the categories dealing the most damage is going to be by third weapon. So if I am low on resources, or if I have to split my resources into many different units, for example, the first thing I'll probably upgrade as far as the S Gundam is definitely on the body stat, definitely going to be on the attack stat. Right? That's going to be the most important one, because that's going to allow me to push a little bit further. And then as far as the other one, the third weapon, that's going to be the one I'm going to focus my attention to, because if we do take a look at, for this example, this one is dealing the most. So I think that's pretty much how you guys would kind of want to prioritize like what material goes to where, because you want to take a look at this, and then that's going to give you an idea, right? So that's simply for my DPS unit. So what about my full armor, what is it, the Gundam full armor Thunderbolt? So Thunderbolt is more like a tank unit. So as far as the body stat, I'm going to give it the HP obviously, and then the defense. And then as far as the EX skill, I think the EX skill gauge, it really depends. I feel like that for that one, you kind of have to be a little bit more meticulous. You have to see, because once you activate EX skill, it's going to give you a duration where the buffs is activated for, right? So you don't want to go overboard where you're constantly pumping out the EX skill and then constantly applying it when the duration has not expired yet. So you're kind of wasting it. So I think the best situation, you're going to have to actually do like a screen recording of the like how fast the EX skill gauge charges. And if it's anything longer than 20 seconds, for example, where it's not consistently applying the buffs, then that's kind of be like a time for you to go into your main weapon, additional weapon, or any of the weapon that deals damage, kind of tweak a little bit on the EX gauge, and then just kind of have it recharge faster. I think that's my best advice for you guys, because I can't just say, oh yeah, simply pump everything into EX gauge, because you want to have your EX up and ready like ASAP. It depends. I would say for, you know, any tanking unit, their defensive stat actually comes in, you know, right after you pop the first time for EX. That's when it starts trickling through, right? So I guess you can say for Thunderbolt, the Gundam Thunderbolt right there, you can say go full max out on the gauge, because you want to have that up and ready, right? because obviously my Thunderbolt is not at Transcendent skill level 5, so we don't get that initial 50%. So that's the problem. You have things like the Rikki, he's a buffer, right? So he buffs for 20 seconds, but the thing is the same thing. Initially, you're not applying that buff because you have not cycled through that first EX skill. So those are something you kind of have to kind of contemplate about and then see, alright, how do I want to do it, right? Metis is another example. He usually rely on EX skill to heal. So yeah, we have that. But other than that, you know, the most that took the most damage is Thunderbolt, obviously, so he needs a lot of HP. He needs some defense. But yeah, I think that's pretty much is as for explaining what to really upgrade or what to focus on. Definitely focus on things that will maximize your unit initially. Don't worry about maxing out every single stat because you're wasting resources. Split them out. Have all your unit be able to have a little bit of everything. So that's my advice. You are gonna hop into the JB version, gonna do the same thing, gonna give you guys a report of what we're doing, and then we are gonna be maxing things out. So this is the squad on the JP version. So this is the team I guess I'm going to be running. So we have 2 tanks, 2 back row, and then 2 middle row. So Unicorn is going to be the one that I'm going to be dipping my toes into it. I have not done any enhancement to this one actually, so you guys can see they are pretty much this level 1. So right now it's looking pretty busted, and this Unicorn, let me tell you guys, he is crazy. So we have everything set up. We have, you know, 2 modules going on already. So we are going to do a base benchmark. We want to see how much we are able to do. You know what? Hold up. Give me a quick seconds. Let me actually bump up my whatever that thing is on this one. Oh no, I don't have anymore. I think I use it on some other unit. No, we are kind of broken here, but we are gonna get a little bit more base stat out of here. This is without the enhancement. So yeah, like I said, this unit is pretty broken. This is even better than the F91 depending on the, well, I'm running type advantage on the Unicorn, so obviously he's better. But other than that, we have the squad. So let's do the benchmark on the co-op again, because like I said again, there isn't really like a way for me to test it in like a longer type battle, and the co-op is the only option. I'm not gonna record myself doing the actual battle itself because like I said again, my iPad, I'm playing on like an older generation iPad, so whenever I hop into like an actual battle or not, depending on my luck or how well the device want to handle, it's gonna start crashing. So I don't want to have to commentate over and over again if it keep crashing. So that's why if I'm able to record one good footage, we will go ahead and watch the battle result so you guys can see what's going on. So I think that's definitely a good deal. So we will see how the Unicorn is able to do, and then we will see what kind of enhancement we need to do. Alright, so we made it. We had one crash along the way, and that is the number. So you guys can see Unicorn is actually just busted. So looking like weapon 3 is gonna be my main go-to as far as upgrading it. The others, I don't think there's actually a way to upgrade the others, honestly. I think the other is coming from the awakening buffs. So that's why we were just doing extra damage based off of that. That's what I was thinking. So yeah, this unit is busted. So this is what we're looking at. I'm thinking this is like per, like the DPS per, like damage per second. That's how they're calculating it. So that's actually pretty good. I was surprised the new Gundam FF did not perform that good, because his main weapon is, I upgraded the heck out of it like before. So I was shocked. So we'll definitely do some more testing afterward. But okay, yeah, that looks pretty promising. So definitely gonna go with like the body, definitely the attack stat, right? I think for weapon 3 we might have to max out the EX gauge as well, because I think we de-transform from the green cycle frame back to the red cycle frame. So I was worried right there. I'm like, okay, that we didn't cycle in fast enough. So that's definitely gonna get upgraded as well. So let's get into it. Here we are. So just a quick example for the new Gundam right now. So you cannot exceed this level per every tab. So actually you cannot really upgrade every single stats, because there is a level cap to that. So you can go all out in one specific areas, or you can actually kind of, you know, do a little bit of a mix and match. You dab a little bit on this stat, you dab a little bit on the other stat. So they kind of do have their own little levels per every one of them. So that is also to kind of consider about. So without further ado, let's actually max this bad boy out. So let's see. So we actually do have to click on the enhancement tab right there. I forgot what it was in global already. So HP, I don't think it was something I need to worry about because we have a tank, right? We were solid, so we can technically just go ballsily at this, right? So this is attack, HP, defense, and then this is the dodge or the evasive. So we can dip a little bit. I don't mind it. We can do like, you know, I don't know, 10, or let's give it 10%. We can do this. I think that should be good. And then the rest of them, I'm just gonna bump everything into the attack stats. So okay, I don't think I have enough of the body chips actually, so we might just call it a day right here. Yeah, it gets expensive the higher you go, but you got 600 there, so that's actually not bad. So we just actually do this. Perfect. Got one of that. Nice. 10%, 646. Main weapon. I think I'll probably save the main weapon last. So we have the third weapon. So third weapon was the one that was doing a lot. So we have the power, crit, and then the EXQ gauge. EXQ gauge, I'll probably put it on the main weapon because this one ideally I want to just pump everything into the power. So I think we can just do this. Oh no, do I not have enough? Oh my god, I do not have enough. So I guess I'm gonna have to do some selling. I'm gonna see if I even have enough to manifest that, but if not, I mean, I don't know. Alright, so we are back. So I was able to finesse my way to another 6,000 of the enhancement point. Man, that's how you know I've been slacking. Alright, I don't really play before the global version was live and whatnot. I play like I play solemnly in it in a way. I play like whenever they have big stuff going on. So that's definitely my bad. I am definitely not really prepared for this, but alright, we gotta. So I gotta watch out for the enhancement point because that thing was draining the heck out of that. But okay, oh my god, that was crazy, man. Alright, so we got this. Let's do that, right? We gotta put in some crit. Oh gosh, crit is expensive. What is that, man? Alright, guys, I get that works, right? That works. A little bit of some EXQ gauge going on. Come on. Okay. All right. That's it. Because I could get some more. Right. I could get some more, but this is like a benchmark test. All right. 20% power up. We got crit rate increased by 4.2, and then EXQ gauge increased by a good amount. So let's do this with this main weapon real quick again. Oh no, I'm out. All right, I'm out. 8%, huh? 8%. That's it. That's all she can do. That's all she can do. So, I mean, let me take one last, finessing session. I promise you guys, I'll bring in some more, man. I'll be back. All right, so we are back again. I have 3,000 more enhancement point, so we can actually put it into the main weapon now. I actually did upgrade that already, and we are low on that one. So I guess we can do a little bit more until I'm out of that. All right. Just a few more right there. How about we toss in some crits? Just a little bit. Perfect. All right. Nice. Yeah, I am so sorry, y'all, because I just been slacking on this. So I think sub weapon, why not give it a little bit? Or no, we won't do that because we want to see if we can maximize on this one furthermore, because this is the one that gives us the most increase. So we just want to know, we just want to put it to the test. All right, that's it. It gets expensive, guys, so that's why form your co-ops, because the more you guys have, the more you guys will be able to just push this. Because and so right now I only have 2,000 in global, so it's really, it looks like it's a lot, but at the same time, what you guys saw me go through, you just won't have enough. So now that we have upgraded a few sections, right, we can just kind of go back and see how our stat is. So we can jump back on here. So I didn't really take a look at what we were looking at initially, so I think I will have to go back to the footage to see how relevant these stat increase were. So okay, this one obviously will not change until I have the potential unleash up, right? So the meat, so yeah, these, woohoo, yeah. So we saw this, they were on S already. Ignore this one, but these two, yeah, these two got a massive jumps, triple S plus, huh? Okay, that sounds a little bit fun. So we're gonna do the same thing. We are gonna hop into the co-ops, just to see how much better we're looking at. I do expect damage per second is gonna skyrocket. Prove me wrong. I want to see. I definitely want to see the results. So gonna go in there and see what we can do now. Alright, so we have the results. So looks like the 1.6 was not the actual damage per second. It was rather the total amount of damage. So unfortunately, we just weren't able to see the actual damage per second we're doing. But I think for after upgrading, we were roughly doing about closing in somewhere between 68 to 70k. So that's actually pretty busted. Another, I guess, concern or a problem we had was the EXQ gauge was not up. They were a short duration where we went back to the to rest cycle frame, so our damage is just dropping. So I think for the main weapon, we definitely do have to amp it up just a little bit. So you guys can see I only upgraded a little bit on the main weapon, and now we are on equal footing. So I mean, that's kind of incredible, right? So overall, that is what we're looking at. So definitely busted. So right now the unicorn is definitely in tip top shape, just phenomenal. Damage taken, I mean 0 damage taken. Oh, he died. Oh wow, the tank didn't tank. What? Tank didn't tank, huh? He was recovering from us. What? How? So he took the most. These two took the most probably, or no, they have the most HP remaining. But what? I was surprised they did not take any damage at all. Like, that's crazy. I don't know what happened right there, man, but that's something that didn't look right. But I think that's pretty much what I want to kind of close things off with. Definitely do form everything you guys can. While right now it's still pretty early, where I guess I should say there really isn't a whole lot of units you really need to upgrade yet, or at least worthy upgrading. I would say until we get some better extreme limited, then I'll consider like, oh yeah, this is definitely good. But like, other than that, you guys should definitely continue to save up whatever material you guys have. I haven't really been upgrading throughout, and I still perform pretty good throughout, so I wouldn't expect anyone to have any problem. And keep that in mind, my JP account has been free to play, so if anyone wants to challenge me that, oh, you spend money on this version of it, I totally would say nope. I spent 0 on here. So this is definitely doable. You just have to be careful how you manage your diamonds and how to really invest in a unit like this one. I'm 1000% gonna put everything into unicorn because of how amazing he's performing. So yeah, I think that's pretty much what I have to say about just the overall everything you need to know about the enhancement system for this game, especially for your units. And then until then, I'll be catching you guys all on the next one.